Yes, that's me. I was 14. I was super excited about my summer holidays. That was my last exam, and I rushed back home, threw my bag, and took out my to-do list. One of the thing in the list was to create a print like a poster for Mani Ratnam's blockbuster movie Roja, and here it is. And and I haven't studied art or design. All I studied in life is computers. I never imagined that one day I would actually work with Mani Ratnam and create the posters for his movies. In 2014, I was in his office, sitting in front of him and waiting to be briefed. I was not there by chance. I was not there by accident. I envisioned myself there. It was magical when he started narrating me the story. I couldn't believe. And he narrated the story in just 2 minutes. I really don't know how he does that. Then after the narration, he handed over me the book of M.F. Hussein's painting, and he said he likes his work. That's it. The briefing session was over, and I went back, studied his paintings very carefully. I really understood more about colors and palettes that day, and I did this poster later, and normally, the usual color palette for a romantic movie are the shades of red, pink, and fuchsia. Olive green, on the other hand, is usually used for war movies. I use the olive military green palette to subconsciously communicate the turbulence between these two characters. Even though they were madly in love, they had this volatile relationship, and I use this palette to communicate. And when I presented the design, the director liked it, and he said, "I think you have cracked it." And I still remember those words coming from him. It's big thing, and it was such a relief. I came back and extended the idea as a campaign. The movie poster is not just one poster. Like posters should be made in such a way it should be adapted to different sizes and mediums, like bus shelters, bus panels, hoardings, newspaper ads, new stickers, and web banners. And here, like, I complicated the process by taking a painting route. um, I had close to 2000 plus creatives close to release, and I ended up repainting the backgrounds for all the 2000 creatives, and it was a major challenge for me. Uh, and what's the fun in taking an easier route? And that's the CD cover. We don't see it much these days. Arnyagandam, my first movie, thanks to my friend Tyagarajan Kumaraja, who trusted me and introduced me cinema and opened a new door. Arnyagandam was his first movie too, which won the National Award and Grand Jury Award in New York Film Festival. I was giving this casual suggestion over a conversation about the posters for his movie. I ended up doing it actually. We thought we will take a graphic novel route for the campaign, and Kumaraja gave Sin City as a reference. And my favorite character in Sin City is a character called Yellow Bastard. In the entire black and white illustrated graphic novel, this character alone will be in yellow. That splash of yellow was the inspiration for the campaign of Aranyagandam. And this is the poster of Aranyagandam. And there was a time when they used to paint the hoardings. Every single movie hoardings was hand painted in our country. After computers, everything changed. Poster design was mostly layouts with scanned images. The root of illustration was forgotten. Gandham was the first illustrated poster of its time. I took images of iconic scenes and I made it into a high contrast image, and later made it broken into a vector, and later I stitched it with the illustrated background, and that was the technique used to achieve the that's how I achieved the graphic novel style. And I'm going to cross, about to touch 75 movies now. This film's campaign uh, is something that people keep coming back to. It seems like it has withstood the test of time. My job is to capture the soul of the movie and translate it into a poster that will tease the viewer, communicate the tone of the movie, and mainly the call to action is to pull in the crowd into the theaters. And there is this secret ingredient uh, when it comes to art and design. Uh, More than creativity or skill or the artwork or the passion, there is something very important beyond all this, that is innocence. Somehow we need to hold on to that inner child within us, the one that keeps us curious and helps us to take risk without any fear. And that's how I did the poster for Superstar Vijay's Katti. Uh, Only later, I did that without any fear. Reason why I'm saying that, because after the project, like only later, I understood the magnitude of the pressure of a big budget movie. The expectations were super high, and the Kati poster is special for me because it started the trend of first lip poster here. Let me play the video of the motion poster. Yes, that was the motion poster. And the there's this was a big risk, like to make a poster without the actual picture of the superstar, and instead using a newspaper collage of his face. And luckily it worked. The film's hero is a social activist fighting for the rights of poor farmers. The poster is made by newspaper articles on issues faced by activists like him. Um, since my experiments with Gandham and Katti paid off, I have never hesitated to take risk with trying new styles when it comes to movie posters again. Super Deluxe. After the Gandham, there were this huge expectation for Kumaraja's film Super Deluxe. It took us almost a year just to decide on the route for the campaign. Instead of having multiple posters, we decided to go with one powerful signature poster. Let me take into the process of Super Deluxe poster. So yeah, Super Deluxe is a layered film with hidden nuances. We wanted to incorporate that intricacies in the posters, and that's how the illustrations are done. And the later, like the main illustrated piece of art, scanned and brought into the system, and later it's colored digitally. You could see the elements like the UFO and the key and the Great Way of Kanagawa. The elements that are there, like every single element in the poster got a significant place in the movie. And I rendered the actors, the characters in the same style, and I later fused with the poster, the illustrated poster, and later the logo and the credits been added. And this is how uh, uh, I've derived the poster. We all know that art is subjective, but design is not. Design is derivation, just like math, like based on variables. And for me, the first step of the derivation is to crack the logo. That's the first part. The logo is the pivot point of the entire campaign. I sit with my A4 sheets and pencils and sketch out the logo. Later, that scribble with the idea will be digitally recreated, keeping that as the main element. I weave the design around it. Like if you see, you have seen this in Chandamama books. This was the inspiration for the movie Vikram Veda. Like the logo, I derived this logo from this this particular image. You can see the sword that King Vikram is holding, and that I have incorporated in Vikram's name, and the Vetal's tail that you see that incorporated in the name Veda. And like India, and it's it's locked and made it like a unit. So this is how I crack a logo. And if you see, you can like there are different layers in posters, like patterns of maze and interlocked eye contrast images of the actors. And this is how I derive a poster from the logo to the poster. And when you see a skull inside a red circle, you immediately know it signifies danger. Right? Like you sense the mood of the movie immediately once you see this logo. You can notice that I have derived the skull by fusing this joystick and the USB port. And you can see three arts, which are the three life chances you get in a game. So from here, the poster is derived, and Game Over is a psychological thriller where the lead character is a talented game designer who suffers from post-traumatic stress, and she getting trapped in a game world was the essence that I wanted to communicate. for which I used the metaphor of getting sucked into this quicksand of joysticks. And this is about the this how this poster have been, I mean, this campaign of Game Over have been derived. And Mara, uh, the fairy tale like film needed its magic captured on the poster. It's not only the poster, like even the characters and the logo, that the typography has been derived from the essence of the movie. If you can see the first letter Ma of Mara, the waves of incorporated, and the third letter Ra, where you can see a heart, the shape of heart incorporated. Like even the typography is derived from the soul of the movie. And if you go closer, you can see even more details of a girl. You can see the ocean, fishes, and the dark clouds. Mara is fairy tale like film needed its magic. I mean, yeah, that's what and that's the derivation for the Mara poster. The movie is about a young woman who comes across paintings of a fairy tale she heard as a child. In a search for the artist Mara, she enters a magical world. That is what I communicated in the poster. And with every project, I feel more empowered to create new and different design. Uh, from the shy, unsure artist I used to be, uh, I have come a long way in self-belief and confidence. And but of course, I have also had my share of tough times. Like last year, when business took a big hit and everything was so bleak. At the time, I reached out for something that always makes me happy. That is art. So after ages, I touched my brushes and paints, and I did this oil painting. So I say, whether times are tough or joyful, stay with the things close to your heart. While creative work is painstaking and involves a lot of multitasking, there is no other place I would rather be. And even as a child, I envisioned my goal as art and design. And in spite of taking a few detours, I stayed true to my real desire. And we would have, as a child, we'd have heard this often, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my answer was this: I want to be in a place where uh, there are a lot of A4 sheets and 6B pencils. And if you ask me today, my answer will be the same. And I don't know anything other than design. For me, design is everything, and everything is design. Thank you.